Overseas tonight, and we turn to the president on the world stage. He has just arrived in Lithuania. President Biden there for the high-stakes NATO summit that begins tomorrow. Already news coming in tonight, Sweden will now join NATO. And President Biden has been asked, what about Ukraine? Should that country, now 500 days into war, be allowed to join too? What the president said. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze traveling with the president.
President Biden arriving in Lithuania tonight for the high-stakes meeting of the NATO allies. And no sooner had he touched down, the historic announcement. The alliance is set to expand. Sweden will join NATO after Turkey dropped its objections, a show of strength amid escalating tensions with Russia. Biden's arrival caps a whirlwind 24 hours. The president stopping over in London for a meeting with King Charles, their first since Charles ascended to the throne.
Mr. President, how's the meeting with the king?
The coming days will be harder. Topping the agenda, Russia's war in Ukraine. The Biden administration rattling some allies by agreeing to send cluster munitions to the Ukrainian military. Those weapons controversial because of the deaths and injuries they can cause to civilians when unexploded bomb particles are discovered. In London, British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak tried to discourage Biden from deploying them, according to a spokesman.
Our relationship is rock solid. The States.
Then there's the matter of whether Ukraine itself should be admitted to NATO. The president's answer, not yet. That admitting Ukraine would put NATO and the U.S. at war with Russia.
I don't think there is unanimity in NATO about whether or not to bring Ukraine into the NATO family now, at this moment, in the middle of a war. If the war is going on, then we're all in a war. You know, we're at war with Russia, if that were the case.
Today, this response from Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. Ukraine deserves to be in the alliance, he said. Not now, there is a war, but we need a clear signal. And we need this signal right now.
So let's get into this with Elizabeth Schulze. She's live in Vilnius, Lithuania tonight. And Elizabeth, I know you've learned that President Biden will sit down with President Zelensky later this week now.
David, a big question heading into this NATO summit was if President Zelensky would attend. A White House official now tells us that Zelensky will be here and will meet with President Biden on Wednesday. It will mark their third face-to-face meeting just so far this year and is a public show of unity as Biden tries to shore up support for the war in Ukraine. David?
Elizabeth Schulze in Lithuania. Elizabeth, great to have you with us on the weeknight broadcast here. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.